as trading for the final week of 2025 gets underway, let's take a quick check and see how markets have fared so far this year. The Dow 30 components up 14.5%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq has ripped 22%. The S&P 500 is up nearly 18% on the year, but precious metals, of course, continue to steal the show. Gold has spiked 70%, while silver has taken first prize and is up over 150%. Some say the move signals a warning sign for the markets in 2026. Joining me for one final time of the year, Gabriela Berrospi is CEO and founder of Latino Wall Street. Gabriela, good morning. Thank you for being here. So another year of double-digit gains for the S&P 500. Where do you think markets stand? And are we prepared to see a Santa Claus rally, you think, in the remaining sessions of the year and into 2026?
Good morning. Yes, great question. So I have to say, quite frankly, this Santa rally the last couple of days have been a little bit of a disappointment. Yes, we did reach another record high, and I was not surprised about that. That's what normally happens historically when we look at this time of the year. But it was not what we thought. Today, we see a downward trend. I think that precious metals have taken all the attention because normally when they go up that much, like gold, silver, is when something is wrong. They're forward looking. They're telling us something. Something is coming. Yes, we have issues with the supply, specifically for silver, and the situation with China that's limiting the supply even more. But at the same time, the rally with gold has been incredible to watch in the last few months. So we're ending this year, and I think we're in a very particular situation where we have a strong market, but we don't seem to be in this euphoric state, because when commodities go up this much, people have a fear that something big is coming, and I would say it has to do with the monetary policy next year.
Yeah, I mean, to the point of the so-called Santa Claus rally, which is tracked over the final 5 trading days of a calendar year and the first 2 of the new one, given the fact that we've gapped down slightly at the open today, we've actually erased our gains going back to Tuesday of last week. So currently there is no Santa Claus rally for people keeping score at home. You mentioned that maybe that euphoria is somewhat removed, something big may be coming. What are those potential catalysts that you're looking for in 2026, Gabrielle? A lot of people saying, hey, you got new fiscal stimulus, a more dovish Fed, but maybe there's some concerns as well. What are you tracking?
Well, I think there's a lot of geopolitical concerns. For example, the tensions with Venezuela that impacts the oil directly, which is another commodity. So we have that. Yes, a new Fed chair coming up the second half of 2026. The current administration is saying their 2026 goal is to take interest rates to 1%. That can sound like a big party. It's going to be so cheap to borrow money. But last time I checked, that happened. The demand went up so much that prices doubled, even tripled, specifically in real estate, where that's their goal, right? They want to fix the affordability crisis. All these things can seem so attractive, so good in the short term, but if we really analyze and think about the long-term consequences, they're inflationary and it's a double-edged sword, so we have to be careful.
You know, on the regulatory front, with regards to the crypto majors, it's a dream year. You've got the easing of regulations that investors had wanted, but as of late, we have more negative price action than positive price action. What's on your radar for digital assets as we turn the page to 2026?
I think there's so much uncertainty with the monetary policy because, again, Jerome Powell will still be in his position until May 2026. So we have uncertainty with that until then, at least, because after, I think we all have a pretty clear idea what will happen. And there's been so much uncertainty that the highest risk sector, which is cryptocurrency, has not been favored recently. Quite the opposite, right? People are going right now to what has always worked, which is gold and silver since the beginning of times. And this shows us that it's like a reflection of the psychology of the investor. They're going to protect their money where they know it's going to be fine, because the volatile market, the crypto market, it just seems so wild and so disappointing, because again, the Santa rally has been erased, as you said, that I think it's all about risk and leverage. I think people will continue to go towards commodities in the coming year because of the uncertainty we're facing in the economy and in politics.
All right, Gabriela Berrospi is the CEO and founder of Latino Wall Street. Thanks a lot for taking the time to join me. All the best for a happy new year, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Same.